Ethan Harper, 29, was obsessed with urban photography. Not landscapes, not portraits. The abandoned, the decayed, the forgotten. Old factories, boarded-up houses, crumbling warehouses, and deserted hospitals became his canvas. Every crack, every shattered window, every peeling wall whispered a story he was determined to capture. He carried a notebook in which he sketched compositions, notes about light angles, even the way dust hung in the air. Each morning, he rode his bike through the outskirts of the city, backpack loaded with lenses, tripods, flashlights, spare batteries, and his journal. He ventured into off-limits areas, past fences and warning signs. Private property, no trespassing. To Ethan, the forbidden was part of the beauty. He said that the soul of abandoned buildings only revealed itself to those who dared cross the barriers. Every creak of a door, every gust of wind through broken windows, every smell of mold and rust thrilled him. His adventures were meticulously documented on a blog he updated daily. Every photo, every story, meticulously uploaded for his growing audience. Urban explorers, fans of abandoned places, thrill-seekers drawn to the eerie and unknown. Comments poured in, questions, speculations. People eagerly awaited his next post as if it were a daily appointment. He began to gain a small cult following, with readers sending him tips on forgotten locations, even maps of blocked tunnels and old industrial sites. Then one day, Ethan posted something unlike anything before. A photograph of a decrepit factory, windows shattered, roof partially collapsed. Ordinary at first glance. But in the background, behind a broken pane, a figure, faint, blurry, standing motionless. The comment section erupted. Some claimed Ethan had staged the image. Others whispered that he had captured something he shouldn't have seen. Readers debated if it was a person, a shadow, or something else entirely. And after that photo, nothing. No updates. No posts. His blog stayed online, frozen in time. Fans and followers tried messaging him, leaving comments, even contacting authorities. Nothing. Weeks turned into months. Friends grew worried. His parents called repeatedly. Ethan, who lived alone in a modest downtown apartment, had always been introverted, but never like this. Investigators checked his usual haunts: cafes, bookstores, parks. No sign of him. His apartment was untouched, camera gear meticulously arranged on the desk, a half-drunk cup of coffee still steaming in the morning light of an abandoned day. Then independent urban explorers began to notice a clue. In a long-abandoned factory on the edge of town, something had been left behind. A notebook, a shoe, and, most chillingly, a camera. Still on, abandoned in a restricted tunnel. The tunnel was narrow, wet, and smelled of mildew and iron. Its walls were lined with graffiti, but none of it recent. Dust hung in the air like a fog, disturbed only by the explorers' footsteps. When police recovered the camera, they discovered hundreds of photos never published. Dark hallways, staircases collapsing into darkness, locked and boarded doors, and in some images, shadows appeared behind Ethan. Always behind him, barely visible at times, just an outline. In others, closer, lurking in angles where no one should have been. Some photos showed doors slightly ajar that Ethan had no way of opening alone. Photo experts examined the images. Some were blurred in unnatural ways, as if the light itself refused to register correctly. In one series taken in a forbidden tunnel, a brick wall appeared to shift. In another, a hand emerged from behind a pillar, faint but unmistakably human. One photo even seemed to show a pair of eyes glowing faintly in the darkness, staring directly at the lens. The tension grew. Explorers reported hearing echoes in the tunnels. Not just natural sounds, but footsteps, whispers. They felt a presence, unseen yet attentive, following their every move. Their flashlights flickered. cold drafts swept through corridors with no windows. Ethan was never seen again. The blog remained online, a digital memorial. His previously posted photos took on new significance. Every abandoned building he had photographed now seemed haunted, inhabited by something else. Something awakened by Ethan's curiosity. The city itself seemed to whisper warnings. Abandoned sites were no longer just empty structures. The abandoned camera remained the only proof. Experts could never confirm what the shadows were, but each photograph told a story. Movement in darkness, reflections in broken glass, silhouettes nobody could identify. Ethan Harper had disappeared into the places he knew best and never returned. Today, the sites he explored are legendary among urban explorers. People speak of him in hushed tones, a warning: don't go too far, don't try to photograph what has been forgotten. Sometimes the shadows are not just tricks of light, sometimes they are waiting. And once they see you, you might never come back. Ethan's blog remains online. Every photo still tells a story. Every image chills those who view it. And in the silence of the restricted tunnels, some swear they can still feel his breath behind them, as if something or someone continues to follow the lens.